Ohayou gozaimasu. Hello? Knock knock, kurwa. How you doing? Good morning. Let me just double check we're good. I think we're alright. Dude, I fell out of habit, okay? I don't know how it's done. So let me just catch up. Let my brain start to work again, okay? I think we're good. Yeah, this is sexy. Hey, chat. Good morning. How are we? How are we all doing? Today is surprisingly cold. And that's exactly why I'm wearing a hoodie and you can't see my beautiful World of Warcraft t-shirt. So yeah, I'm staying warm and cozy, dude. How you guys been? I'm very sorry for not streaming last weekend. We had a guest and today is the first day since I'm back and we'll be going through some news. I am actually surprised that the minute I go away, it's the minute we start getting so many new games being either planned or released or scheduled or just overall talked about. It's insane. I remember last week we did the same stuff, right? We had this BIP news and dude, it was dry. We just watched some World of Warcraft trailer stuff and I think something about the lore. To be honest, I don't even remember. Yeah, and today, I don't even know if we can fit all that in. It's just crazy. We have like 5 games launching this year, like full launch, actual full launch, and then we have a few more in the copium stage, which is what we call early access, basically. And then we have DLCs, expansions to existing games. It's just like, dude, calm the fuck down. You get me? Skibidi papa and pum pum pum. Yeah. And for that, I will need mana, okay? Guys, have you got your mana? Mana potion? Big PP situation, come on. Ah! Delicious. Have your first sip of coffee with me, okay? Here we go. Here it comes. There we go. Oh, kurwa. Yeah. Yo. Oh. Oh, man, dude. So good. So good. Let me bring the music down a little bit. There's something about music in World of Warcraft Elven Forest that says morning. I don't know. There's something about it. The first sounds when you listen to Elven Forest soundtrack is like, hell yeah, dude. We got this. Okay, we got it. Let's go. Let's get a move on. You get me, bruv. Yeah. So chat, good morning. I'll wait just a little bit for people to come around. And we'll dive in. I do have so many videos. I actually don't know how to go through them, honestly. I think what we will do is we will pull up the list of upcoming MMOs and go through them from top to bottom by watching some like recaps or YouTube videos and trailers and shit. Because honestly, there's so much. There's been even new, like, extended gameplay of Ion 2, man. World of Warcraft Blizzard has teased something completely new that we weren't expecting, apparently. And there's just so much stuff to go through. I don't want to skip anything, but at the same time, I want to keep it as concise as possible. Okay? So, maybe, you know what? We only have 2 hours together. So how about we just jump in? And if there's anyone coming in later, we can catch up with them and or catch them up actually, and we should be good. So let me show my screen quickly. Skibidi pop pop. You get me, bruv. So this is where we at, but let's start here. So guys, I actually refreshed this website yesterday, and it's quite easy for me to do so, even though this is a website, not like Google Sheet. So yesterday in the evening, I sat down and I updated all the stuff. We got new games, and I actually can't remember what they were. Let me actually, you know what? Let me go to the database. I can't remember which games I put in yesterday. We're gonna sort this. Okay. Yeah, so we have Eternia, Camelot Unchained, Project Gorgon, and Blade and Soul Heroes. We heard about some of those already. Like Camelot Unchained, I criticized that game a while ago. And then Project Gorgon, I've been watching this game for some time. It's been on my wishlist for a while, and I will definitely give it a go once it launches, because now we have a launch date. But hey, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Okay, so right. First of all, any games that are a predicted copium, all right? We have Anvil Empires. We know about that game. We are keeping an eye on it, so there's nothing to watch here. We know exactly what the game is about. We are waiting for the date. That's it. I don't know. It feels like there's a lot of copium going on with Anvil Empires. I feel like they won't make it. Seriously, it's just... There's so much more work that they have to do based on the devlogs. And if you go to Steam and to the game profile, they publish devlogs every now and then, I think every couple of weeks. It's still a long way to go, all right? And so I am coping, because I can't wait for this game, honestly. This is the same people that built Foxhole. Siege Camp is the name of the developer and the publisher. They have their own engine, they have their own idea for the game, and this is fucking sick, man. This is going to be amazing. Now, Camelot Unchained. I don't know if you guys remember. Camelot Unchained. Let me pull this up. Where do we go from here? Maybe here. I think this is the one that I looked yesterday. Let me see. The bottom line is, dude. Bottom line is that Camelot Unchained has got an approval from Steam. I think this is them, right? Hey, what's up? Hey, did you? What the fuck? How you doing, man? You good? Good to see you. Where's the pop-up? What pop-up? What pop-up? Pop-up is like what shows on your window. Yeah. Oh, Discord announcement. Yeah, I don't know. It's not there. Yeah, I'll take a look. In any case, Camelot Unchained is actually coming to us this year. They are hopeful, and it is what it is. I don't know how they are going to make it, because I mean, look, perhaps the value and the quality is in the eye of beholder, but to me, this game wasn't ready for launch last time I checked it out, but it is what it is. Loftia, I don't care about that game that much, so we can skip it. Then Monster and Memories, this is still scheduled for next year, and the game we played it a little bit. It's like MMO but Minecraft in a way. It's so what they are going for is a merge of EverQuest and Minecraft. EverQuest brings systems, Minecraft brings graphics. There we go. You got Monster and Memories. Okay, let me just quickly remind you what the game is about. This is what it looks like. Wait. No, I confused two MMOs. Now I remember. This is... No, I'm talking about... no. I fucked up. So, the EverQuest plus Minecraft combination is Adrulan Online Adventures. And we are now talking about Monster and Memories, which is a little bit different game. Yeah, that's fine. This is a different game. It looks like this. Have a look. This is just... Can I have a... This isn't a gameplay. Okay. Here is a short. Alright. So you can see the same principle as we saw in Pantheon, Rise of the Fallen. The font in here is very old school-ish. Do you guys remember when we played Pantheon, Rise of the Fallen? I was like, why the fuck that font is like this? And why is it so grammatically correct? Like a bandit, a spider. And then, so later I learned that this was a practice in old school games to give the player a hint how powerful is the enemy. So if there's just like a bandit, nah man, it's gonna be a little bitch. Of course, you do have the color of the mob's name, so that indicates how tough it is. But overall, it's just like a common mob. And so if you have capital letter, no A, perhaps V in front of it, that means it's a big PP situation. Okay, it's a boss. So, hey, this is how they roll. So this is Monster and Memories, and they are coming to us next year. We do have a Sealed Gate and Spirit Veil. Quick reminder what these are like. I think this was Pixel. Yeah. Yeah, so this is the game. It actually looks proper. I really like that. I'm very much a fan of pixel art games. And some people call those excuse to have a proper graphics in the games. But I think it's an art in itself to express a world using just such a... Yeah, just a bunch of pixels, essentially. Very nice. Yeah, it just to remind you, this is what it is. And then we have Spirit Veil. Which is... Yeah, it's just this. Okay, let me see if I can... Oh! Big damage! Okay, lots of damage. Look at this. Yeah. So, I mean, those games look alright. It's just... Yeah, I'll be very happy to play them. I don't think they feature furries or anything like that, so we can hop in whenever we're ready. And they are coming to early access this year, both of them. I don't know how they're gonna manage all of that, because those games don't update much. As in, when I'm on X, right? Or when I'm on their Discord or whatever, there's not much going on. So... it's hard to believe that all of a sudden they will just drop and just be ready. But hey, I wish them all the best. Absolutely. But hey, we got more important stuff, okay? This is just copium. This is just maybe, but we have stuff that is coming to us for sure. Look at this shit. Anything, so Warborn Above Ashes and above. These are games that have announced a full launch within the next 6 weeks. We're going to get 5 MMOs with the next 6 weeks. How is one supposed to play those games and try them out? It's insane. Right? So we know Warborn Above Ashes. This is the large-scale PvP, big PP situation. I believe the game is from a Chinese studio. And it's 24/7 war. It's that simple. Okay? And it's a little bit like Foxhole, but... steampunk sci-fi-ish thing. It's like, it's a weird mix, because you do have your typical, you know, priests, your typical warriors and hunters, a lot of that, but there's like this layer of sci-fi, this layer of steampunk on top of it. You get me, bruv? So we have Warborn Above Ashes. Let's take a look if they have anything new. I think they put out a new trailer just ahead of the launch. This one, yeah. Let's take a look.
This is Warborn Above Ashes, a PvP battlefield that never sleeps. No modes, no rules. No story, no grind, just high-octane combat. Use brains, guts, and teamwork to beat the odds. Now, the battlefield...
This is insane, man.
从最开始的人踩踏，到所有兄弟一步步成长，属于我们的荣耀仍在继续。
We are not stopping. We are coming for rank 1.
How do you control chaos? We don't control it. We thrive in it.
没有最强的武器，也没有最强的英雄。
See an equal fight, bring more. Lose a fight, bring more.
Если ты ищешь сильную русскоязычную ивент-гильдию, которая реально играет в результат?
Cara, como Caler, o que eu posso dizer aqui do jogo é o seguinte, é um jogo
Yes.
incrível.
De todas partes de Latinoamérica y también incluyendo España.
You're not just a guild member, you're family.
It's more than just a gaming community. It's home.
Every voice is heard and every person is accepted.
We have never been a part of a launch Warborn coming out with us.
Warborn
I
Above
highly
Ashes,
doubt that, but that's fine. So this is what we're getting already. FPS 15, true. Yeah, true. Like, dude, here, this was insane.
Now, the
Here,
battlefield awaits your strength.
yeah, 15 FPS. But hey, who cares? And we'll see how that goes. Okay. Maybe they need to polish it. Maybe the guy who recorded the game had shit PC. I don't know. But I hear nothing but good stuff about this game from all the playtests they had so far. It's just insane. Yeah, can't wait. You see? I need Warborn now. Absolutely cannot wait to run it back. Here we go. Yippee. So, yeah, dude, people are hyped about this game. And as an extension, so am I. We did play it. I really liked it. It's just I had to deal with that annoying bug, but that was like early alpha or whatever. So I don't care about that. So, yeah, Warborn Above Ashes, it's coming in 2 days. You can play this game in 2 fucking days, okay? Then we have a Ship of Heroes. I don't think this is my game, but let's take a look. Yes. So, there's player housing. Holy shit. Do we have anything new? Let's see. I feel like we watched... Let me see. This is from 2 months ago, and it's just about the release date. I think... Oh, wait. Wasn't Ship of Heroes blocked by Steam? Yeah, look. Look, they were. So this game was supposed to launch a while ago. That's why they have the release date trailer dating back 2 months. But Steam was blocking them. Steam didn't want to launch their game for some reason, or there's something to do with payment processor or some kind of rules. I'm not so sure about the details. I don't really give a fuck, to be honest. They have got Steam's approval now, and they will launch in 5 days, okay? So this video might show a release date that's not correct, but let's take a look anyway. You can already tell this isn't the game for me, but still, let's take a look. Okay. This is Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what to say, man. I am lost for words. So see, this game was supposed to be out for 1 month already. But Steam blocked it. Yeah. What the fuck is that? Has to be a meme. Hey, can we at least acknowledge the fact that they showed the game? They made a release trailer by showing the game. And yes, I mean, I feel like brewing a cup of tea is more exciting than this when I look at it. Okay? Like, it's just yeah. I would prefer to probably clean the house instead of playing this game. But hey, I told you from the beginning without seeing the trailer that this game isn't for me. Okay? So maybe people who like those vibes, like this sci-fi superhero kind of stuff, they will love it. I don't know. Maybe there's audience for it. Let me take a look if there is. Le Black Top przyszedł, kurwa! Ryokonka! What's up, my man? You get me? May the cocks be with you. Big cocks on your forehead. I mean, what? Like, within you. Okay? That didn't stop. Anyway, shut up. So, okay. I feel like I'm giving this game too much attention. Well, it's fine. This game looks like cocks. Please don't ever use such a great, overpowering word in the negative way as such. Because I'm gonna smack your ass! You get me, bruv. Calm down, man. This is, yeah. I don't know, dude. I don't know. This website, it looks like made in paint. The game looks like made in paint. It just doesn't work. Yeah, it just I don't know. No, I won't be playing this game. It's that simple. So let's move on, right? Absolutely. I feel negatively overpowered. It had to be expressed, dude. We all here. We all love each other. Okay, let's leave all the negatives outside. Okay, bring love. Like Bob Marley taught us. Beautiful Bob Marley. You get me, bro? Yeah. I'm falling in love. Something like that. I don't remember all of his songs, to be honest. Yeah. Good to see you, man. V-Gates do, bruv. You get me? Is you good? I've been away for 1 week and I almost forgot how it's done. It's insane how quickly someone who literally does the same shit for like 1 year falls out of the habit. I'm like, what the hell is this? You get me? So yeah, I'm like hooded, sort of mysterious, as if I was to up no good, some kind of shenanigans and shit. But I'm good. I'm warming up, bruv. So the more you guys talk to me, the more we have a chat about the games, the more I fucking kind of get into it again. And by the end of the stream, you're gonna be twerking, innit? Yeah. Hey, but chat, this game. Next one, Blade and Soul Heroes. Mind you, all those 3 games are coming out within the next week, within the next 7 days, bruv. And Blade and Soul Heroes is one of those. I don't know, man. It's just like, when did that come from? Do you know about this? Don't judge. Don't judge. Blade and Soul Heroes Gameplay Showcase Part 2. Where's Part 1? There's no Part 1. It's okay. We're just gonna dive deep. Fuck.
Hello everyone, my name is Evan Hill, and I'm one of the producers at NCA. Today I'd like to talk with you about Blade and Soul Heroes. we'll be embarking on an epic journey with Yusul, an original character created exclusively.
I don't care. I don't care. Show me the game.
Quests that unfold each hero's personal journey in the interactive chronicles. There are also webtoons that perfectly capture the charm and story of each hero, so feel free to dive in and explore the narratives as thoroughly as you want. Many more characters are planned to be released with new stories and charm.
I don't care.
Your team is comprised of 5 heroes and 1 guardian. One of the 5 heroes will serve as your leader, while the rest of the 4 heroes serve...
is this actually MMO, or is this an instanced world? Because he said like your team is of 5 people, and that reminds me of what we had in Crystal of Atlan. You would see people in towns, in villages, but if you wanted to, there was like no free roam exploration. You get me, bruv? It was just like you pop into a dungeon together. That's it. Kinda. It also somehow reminds me of Genshin Impact, where you couldn't play with other people as is. You could only join them for boss fights.
Role and elemental type assigned to them.
Okay, this can I?
You'll be able to freely roam the field to enjoy some dynamic actions, such as battling monsters, dodging attacks, and exploring the world. In Tactics Battle, you'll be getting into more...
This guy's name was literally Test. Just so you know. Hey, Penpela-kun! May the cogs be with you, Penpela-kun! How you doing, bruv? You get me, bruv? Yeah. What's up? Blade and Soul still trying? Don't they have like 5 games now? Like Classic, Neo, the Heroes, the actual Blade and Soul, like, yeah. Yeah, this is very Genshin. It is. Yeah, it feels like Genshin. It really does. Yeah. Let me see. Gameplay. Maybe a different one without all those interruptions. Oh! IGN had one. Holy shit. Okay. Okay. NCSoft advertises it as MMO. Alright. Wow, what the lag? What the fuck? Why the lag? What's happening? Okay. Okay, we have some gameplay, it's fine. Why is it lagging? Holy shit. Alright. Okay, we got a monkey. We got a furry, that's fine. Yeah, I don't care about main heroes. I wanna see the gameplay. What's the gameplay like? Chad, is it me, or do all those gacha games look the same? So to my untrained eye, I feel like all of them look the same. Am I being disrespectful right now? Or is that how more people feel? So there are people who will be like, oh yeah, Zenless Zone Zero, whoa, the best, you get me? I'm like, really? It looks like any other gacha game I've seen in my life. And I'm not criticizing the gacha games. I'm not telling they're bad or anything. You do you. But like aesthetically, I really struggle to tell a difference. As a person who's not playing them. Yeah, it looks the same to me as well. Yeah, cutesy Yuvo and people keep falling for it, so they keep coming. Absolutely. I mean, dude, we do have the Blue Protocol Star Resonance on the list next. So there we go. Maybe we'll put them side by side and see if there's any difference. I mean, this looks okay, right? Like, it's just your typical MMO, like not MMO, combat in MMO. Okay, we got, yeah, I know this interface from Genshin Impact very well. Okay, these are players because they run randomly. So this will be a party, right? Test 2, Quest, Test 4, Guide 0. These are players. These are QA testers. So you have some kind of dungeons. Skibbity pop pop. Let's go. Big damage. Okay. What makes this game MMO? I don't get it. Now, I don't want to discard the game for not being MMO if I'm not sure. Because all they're showing me is boss fights, which are multiplayer just like in Genshin Impact. Look, they even win here. Oh shit, what is this? PvP turn-based combat? PvP turn-based? How is that? How does that work, dude? So they're choosing the formation here, like fucking Napoleon. Okay. Yeah, like TFT, yeah, exactly. Dude. They are even in a circle, just like in TFT. Yeah, well, in TFT, they walk in circles and you have to pick the champion. You guys know that part? Yeah. Okay. Ale mu zajebał. Kurwa. Okay, that's fine. I don't think I have anything against this. I think PvP turn-based games overall call for a little bit more planning and strategy, which would mean it's an acquirable skill. So I don't really think this is bad. Yeah, this is okay, I think. But yeah, I still don't know if it's MMO or not. Apparently it is. This game was named as Hoyeon before, which was released a few years back. I'm tired of these bots. How many ads in one? This is fine. A Blade and Soul gacha game? True. It's exactly what it's gonna be. If you want actual Blade and Soul, play Stellar Blade. Scummy NCSoft killed the main game. Yeah, NCSoft is not well received among the community for sure. Yeah. Free to play though, don't worry. Only NCSoft, man. They're gonna monetize the shit out of this game. And the thing is, people gonna fall for it. Yeah, I wonder why it's not well received. I wonder that myself. You get me, bro? Yeah. Team formation seems very Genshin-like. The PvP part is actually pretty cool. I don't think I mind that. If you think about it, in a way, it goes all the way back to Pokemon Blue, Red on Game Boy Color. You would have this 1 versus 1, and you would take turns in the fight, and you would choose which attack to go for, or whether to defend them yourself and shit. Yeah, it kind of goes back to that, but just with multiple characters, really. There was like Heroes of Magic game. That game was entirely turn-based, and people loved that, at least in Poland. Like, pretty much everyone played it by me. I couldn't stand it. But in any case, Heroes of Magic was a big game, also turn-based. I don't think turn-based is wrong or bad or anything like it. Maybe in PvP it's even better, because it focuses on skill, and it removes any connectivity issue, any gear problems, and shit like that, right? In any case, dude, next one. We have Blue Star Resonance. Okay, Blue Protocol Star Resonance. Now this one, oh my god. Who's gonna play this? It's getting hot in here, 1 second. Yeah, who's gonna play this shit? Yeah. 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 Oh. Crickets. I am in the on the fence. So there is this internal conflict. Okay. between me not wanting to support clearly, like, dude, clearly pay to win games. Like this is, you can't argue this. Gacha games are pay to win, okay? And I really don't want to give them much attention for the betterment of the industry and for betterment of my mental state. But at the same time, I feel like I should know this stuff. To have a conversation around pay to win, to see what's the hype. I mean, there has to be something to it that people play those games. So I want to see what that is. You get me? And so it's like conflict of interest here. So let's go for this video first. Who's publishing it? Let me see. Does it say anything to you? Shanghai Bokura Network Technology. And then A+ is a publisher. Yeah, I have... I have no idea, man. Some randoms. Oh, shit. Bandai Namco, Blue... A+ will be the publisher. I don't know who that is. Bandai Namco, and then Shanghai Bokura Technology, A+ Japan. So you have 3 companies working together on this. I don't know any of them. Yeah. Let's take a look at the beta test recap music video. I don't know what to expect even, to be honest. Yeah, never heard. Me neither. Oh, that's a raid, dude. Holy shit. That was beautiful. Thank you. I feel immediately sold on the game. Yes, very good. But though those boss fights over here, this reminded me of Throne of Liberty. In Throne of Liberty, when a world boss showed up, you couldn't see a shit. You would just press randomly whatever was on your keyboard, hoping you make damage so you can have a chance at getting any loot from the boss whatsoever, because the loot was distributed based on contributions. Yes. Apparently, one of the founders for A+ is Ashton Kutcher. What? How? Okay. Shit. That's cool. Probably looking at the wrong thing. No, this is exactly what I wanted to look at. Let me have a look at this. Now, the reason why I'm making such a big shit about Blue Protocol, because, dude, other streamers that I talk to, for example, Coca PNG, they are big on gacha games, and they are especially hyped about this one, as almost this was like a new standard, okay? And then we have people who I completely respect in terms of their MMO opinions, such as Force Gaming, that is giving the game 20 hours of his time. And this guy is like PoE, this guy is like New World, this guy is like World of Warcraft player, and all of a sudden, that sounds like me, right? Like profile of the player. And all of a sudden, he's putting 20 hours into Blue Protocol. I'm like, why? Do you guys know what I mean? You get me, bruv? So what's in there that is so fucking good and enticing? I want to know. And this game, just to remind you, this game is coming in 9th of October. That is literally around the corner. 3 weeks, right? So if we decide to play this game, we might as well know what we're going into. So let's have a look.
Hey everyone, what's going on? Welcome back. Today we got a special early look at Blue Protocol Star Resonance. This is an upcoming MMORPG officially releasing to the West later this year.
Yeah.
The game combines many traditional MMO features. You got open zones, there's group content with dungeons, various boss fights and raids, along with plenty of side activities, social events, and areas.
Because don't get me wrong, any gacha game that I've seen so far, I like the aesthetics. I don't mind this cartoony anime-ish graphics. It's actually perfectly fine for me. It's just that the pay-to-win side to it is bad, right? And so that's the only part that I'm fighting with, essentially. Okay, yeah, the A+ with Ashton Kutcher is something else. Found the real thing now. Right, so there are two companies with the same name. Okay, gotcha. Okay, spreading misinformation. What are you doing? I'm sorry. I had to bring it up. No, I'm kidding. We love you. It's fine.
To explore, all with this Japanese anime styling and plenty of anime story in it to boot. Now for the upcoming release, they held a special preview event and have sponsored today's video. If you are interested in anything that you see here today, there is links available below. I got to play about 15 hours in total, certainly far from anywhere near finishing the game, not even close, but it did give me a nice introduction.
Wait, can you finish the game? Do you mean like lore-wise, or... Because if that's MMO, like, how do you finish the game?
To many of the game's various systems, features, content, and activities, and that is what we're going to be taking a look at here today. So let's jump in and check out Blue Protocol Star Resonance. It all starts, of course, with character creation. You get to pick how you look. There's tons of different customization options here with sliders for all of the usual stuff. You got your face, your body proportions, your hair, and the various coloring of everything in between. They've also got a few presets you can kind of...
I think those games might be the only games when I play as a female. I never do that. But this could be an exception. Because exceptional circumstances call for exceptional choices.
I'm gonna pick one of these as where you're going to start, and then further tailor things from there however you like. Now, after deciding how you want your character to look, it's time to pick a class. And there's actually quite a few options here. The game has a fair lot of choices. These are broken up into 3 separate categories. It's essentially the Holy Trinity. They refer to them as guard, support, and attack. In other words, this is your tank, your healers, and your damage dealers. So for attack, there is the Marksman, the Frost Mage, the Wind Knight, and the Storm Blade. Support has Verdant Oracle, as well as the Soul Musician. And then for guard, they've got the Heavy Guardian and the Shield Knight. Now, I went with the last option there, picking the Shield Knight, as to my eye. It basically looked like a paladin.
Was literally about to say this looks like paladin, but I think what I would go for is pretty much Heavy Guardian. It looks really cool with big sword and shit. I don't know what Wind Knight is. Very unique thing. Wind Knight. I can imagine things like Frost Mage, Marksman, obviously. Stormblade as well, but Wind Knight, I don't know what that does. Yeah. I play female for lore, obviously. You like to test the physics, right? Dude, we all know that. Absolutely. Let's be real and adult for a minute. We play female in gacha games to appreciate the art, to pay respect to all the game designers that put a sweat into making it happen. Okay? So... yeah, and the quest writing is beautiful, apparently, and all of that, so it only works together. Yeah, Like, why exclude yourself from entertainment on purpose? There's no need to.
Theming character, which is something I personally like playing as, and then I was off. Me and my character jumped into the game, and things begin with you waking up inside of your bedroom located in the heart of the game's major city. This acts as the central hub. It is a densely populated area. There are loads of vendors and NPCs for questing, professions, and many of the games.
I just want to make sure that this game isn't like Genshin Impact, which isn't necessarily an MMO, but it sold us an online world. I mean, it is, because you can technically play with other people, but it's more like open lobby, right? And when you go out into the open, you can summon your friend to help you with the boss and shit. But it's not like when we think of MMO, this isn't it. Like a Genshin Impact, isn't it? Maybe the Blue Protocol Star Resonance is. I don't know. I just want to find out. Yes.
Various numerous activities. You're going to regularly be coming back to this town throughout all of.
Because if you look here, there's no other players. There's literally no one here, man. All a bunch of NPCs.
Your time with the game, not only for quests, but also for just the various things you want to do. So you wake up to immediately be tasked with assisting some friends with a problem that they're having. Big surprise. You're going to be spending then the next handful of hours progressing through the main story quest, meeting all sorts of new characters and unraveling mysteries, while also in the process being introduced to the game's many different systems.
All of those are bots again, no real people. Jiggle physics in these games is next level. There was this basement guy doing scrum hours to make it look better. I actually don't know what makes them... Well, I know what makes them so good, because the outcome is like obvious right in front of your eyes. But why? Maybe the real question is why they're doing it here and not in any other games. I mean, for example, Throne and Liberty had the same potential, yet it's not that, right? Yes, you can have a female with like showing parts, right? But they're not that fucking like. Do you know what I mean? Like this is a different level.
And content types while being sent out into these open explorable spaces. Now, beyond its visuals, the game takes heavy inspiration from anime in its storytelling as well. You've got a lot of cutscenes with all these over-the-top moments.
That's okay. That's okay. I just want to know about this fucking open world, man.
Layer. Now, in addition to the main story quest, there's also a whole bunch of side stories, guide stories, world stories, region stories, and event quests, along with the slew of content types and various objectives and tasks that you have. All of this takes you throughout the open zones. So you're going out there to go through the main story quest, and in the process, you might come across some side content activities or just fight some NPCs that are out there populating the space. But then also, all of these different types of content are located at particular spots. But
I don't think this is MMO then. It literally doesn't feel like one.
And then glide your way down using some momentum.
Where are the players? You can't see a single player throughout the video so far. There's literally nothing, man. Yeah, you have you have dungeons maybe here.
Solo, and then I just got like a few damage dealers and a healer automatically tossed into my party, and we just did the dungeon, right? I didn't have to wait for
there you go. See, so if you want to play with other people, you go for a dungeon. So it's very much like Genshin Impact.
You didn't have to wait for other real people or whatever. They're fairly typical MMO dungeon encounters. You clear through various rooms, taking out trash packs of enemies, and then there's some final boss fight at the very end. The dungeons themselves are also there. They are out in the world, like they have static locations in each of the game's zones. In fact, you will first encounter and run these dungeons while you're playing through the main story quest, but then after that, you can just freely load into them directly from this Unit X building in the town. And then also in the front of the facility, so on the top platform are the
so we have this world hunts. What's this?
Solo or in a group. They've also got open world hunts with a few different variants here. So there are elite hunts and then boss hunt challenges, and these are basically exactly what you think they would be. You've got this large roster of both elite enemies and bosses that are just out in the world. They're just located in the zones, right?
Okay.
So you track the one that you want the reward for, you go out to the location where it's marked, you find and eliminate it, and then you collect the reward that you were after. So I was able to go out pretty easily and take the elites down. They seemed pretty clearly soloable. The bosses were not, at least for my character and or my power level. Now maybe this is something that if you have one of the damage focus characters,
okay. Progression, talent tree, I don't care. I really don't care. Let me see the summary.
The whole thing where they list out, they're like, here are all the prizes, here's the % chance to get each of the different kinds, and again, it's a cosmetic gacha. It's exactly what you think it is. Now,
cosmetic
I didn't feel the need
gacha,
to
there you
engage
go.
with any of the stuff while I was playing, but I also only played for 15 hours. I'm sure at some point it would kick in later down the road where like, hey, I probably want that monthly card, right? Like the increased convenience stuff, the increased storage, the reduction in talent, taxes, the daily bonus currencies, all that stuff would be nice if I'm playing on a regular basis. When it comes to these free-to-play games, though, I'm always like, hey, if I'm enjoying it and I'm playing it for a while, I'm happy to spend some money. In fact, typically with games like this, like I'll usually buy the monthly card for while I'm playing, and then by the time the card expires, I'm usually done playing as well.
True. I had the same shit in Throne of Liberty. When we played Throne of Liberty, I would have Battle Pass. Same when I played Fortnite, I would have Battle Pass, right? And by the time you're done with Battle Pass, the game has already ceased to be interesting within 1 month. So you then kind of like give up on the whole thing entirely.
That's just how it happens to work out, right?
Yeah.
Now, as for some initial feedback, again, I only played for 15 hours, so by far, this is just what it is. But within that time frame, I think they could change up the flow to how things start. And really, what I'm talking about here is I felt like I spent a majority of my first like 1.5 to 2 hours talking to NPCs and watching cutscenes with only a few moments of actual combat in between. I would like that to almost be the inverse, if anything, or just a better balance between the two. I feel like there should be more combat and more action and more of me playing the game.
Okay, so I guess this kind of answers the question that this isn't necessarily MMORPG. Is that how we read it, chat? Star Resonance. Is it an MMORPG? Let's see what Grok says. No jak, kurwa! Yes, Blue Protocol is an MMORPG. It's anime style, cross-platform, massively multiplayer. So I'm confused, man. Yeah. Currently playing a gacha pay-to-win MMO that has tons of great maps with good music and gimmicks and exploration, but they turned it into a Lost Ark like sit in raid UI and spam raids game. Nobody goes into open world at endgame. That's true. That happens to many games, and to be honest, I even feel like this is what's happening with World of Warcraft towards the end of patch cycle or towards the end of expansions. People just are sitting in the city, queuing up for mythics and dungeons and raids, and never leaving the city because there's no point. And that is hugely problematic because at some point you're ending up with the world that is just a dead content. That's a dead limb, right? And so then even you introduce the new expansion and you kill the old content entirely because it's irrelevant. No one wants to do it. Like, why would you go to Battle for Azeroth to do world quests now? What's the point? There's no point. There's only if you were like completionist doing for achievements, right? So that is a huge issue with vertical progression games. Yeah, absolutely. But by the way, what's the name of the game? You didn't say. Unless the title is absolute garbage, then you said it. Yes. So apparently, MMORPG is Blue Protocol is MMORPG. So there is persistent online world. It uses a single service structure. I read something very cool about this. Apparently, Blue Protocol will have 1 mega server. You get me? Both for NA and Europe, they will share the same server. AI can be wrong. I know, dude. This is AI too. Okay, wait. What do we have? Everyone is buying into that MMORPG narrative. See, oh look, cross-platform anime-style RPG. And that is something that would be more accurate to me as a description. But everyone else, look, if I type in MMORPG, we have 32 mentions of this shit on this page. Everyone's calling it MMORPG. So I guess what we have to do is just to play it and see ourselves. There is open world. There is multiplayer social experience. Deep character cash shops. It all makes sense. Tree of Savior, never heard of it. Tree of Savior, let me see. Oh, you mentioned it. Yes, I remember that now. Yeah, it's purple, so I must have visited. Yes, I remember this. You told me about that game in Discord, I think. That's why I googled it up at some point. Yes, very nice game. Very nice game. Yes, this is the jiggle physics that Nero was talking about. Yeah. Since when does 5 people in a dungeon make a game an MMO? Yeah, I mean, you can have an MMO with 5 people dungeons, but not all 5 people dungeons are MMOs. You get me, bruv? Yeah, it's like a subset of things. Very nice. So, Blue Star Protocol, this is coming to us next week, right? No, sorry, next month. Yeah, in 3 weeks. And then we have Eternia, which sounds like hernia, which it isn't, I promise. Okay? It's a... Let me pull it up to show you. Wait, did I make a typo? Did I make a typo? Let me see. Who's building? I got a Steam page here. No, I didn't make a typo. Eternia, yeah, there you go. So this is a small indie MMO that's coming up very soon. They are hoping to go live by the end of October, I think, like Halloween, right? Halloween is on the 31st of October, so that's when they're planning to go live. I feel like we've seen it maybe last week, but I just wanted to bring it up again. Pixel art, absolutely, pixel art for the win. It has this Tibia vibes, doesn't it? Yeah, but I think that's all we have, honestly. There's... Lore. Writing history together. You won't just play the game, you will live and write its lore. In Eternia, the story is not fixed. Each player will be part of the lore itself. Your name can become immortalized. Your dates and achievements will be recorded. Major events, quests, and first-time accomplishments on the server will be forever written into the world's history. And they have a link for the lore. What the fuck? That's awesome, man. That's absolutely... Like, how? It reminds me so much of Clashes of Adventurers. Check this out. So if we go to their website, at the top we have game and game lore. And you have the same shit, you see? So the guy who's building the game, the CEO of the company and yeah, the lead dev, he is writing lore for the game, and you have already book like, you know, prologue chapters and shit. And this is very similar here. So look, this little indie MMO has a fucking lore. Like not, I mean, every game has a lore in a way, but it goes like beyond the game itself. It's almost published as a book, as a separate publication. That's pretty cool, because I always think that if the game is supposed to pull people in, it needs to build a world that people will want to be in. And one way to build that world is by publishing books, movies, and I don't know, like whatever you want to do, some kind of short series, comic books, whatever, right? You have to take the game out of the game, if that makes sense. And this is one way to go about it, for sure. Orikuruku! May the cogs be with you, Orikuruku-chan. How you doing, Tiffany? You good? Yep. Good morning. Ohayou gozaimasu. We're just talking about this pixel art game. Yeah. Okay, I will definitely check it out. So what happens if I go here? That is actually pretty cool, man. Yeah, I'm doing good, just heading to bed as it is 3 a.m. here. Holy fuck. 3 a.m. That is, I would say, too late to go to sleep. Just fuck it. Yeah, skip it. It's fine. The bottom right, you have the skip sleep button. And then just go, just be on your way to do some other stuff. I don't think there's any point going to bed at this point. Yeah, to be honest. So you go and play World of Warcraft. How about that? That's a good idea. I would totally sacrifice sleep for World of Warcraft if I was you. Yeah. I'll drink too. This is a bunch of coffee, so that helps with not sleeping if you want. That's the best mana potion you can ever have. You can't even get such a quality mana potion from cash shops, bruv. You get me? This is the best one. Yeah. Long ago, Eternia was a single majestic island, bathed in sunlight and embraced by the waves of the Sikun. It was a place of unparalleled beauty, where lush forests met vast plains and icy mountains peak. Okay, great. However, the peace did not last forever. Due to dark and mystical powers never fully understood, the island of Eternia was torn apart. Dude, they have their own well of eternity. That's insane. Now, look, that is hats off. Absolutely, I am very happy to learn about this. This is great. Let me double check if we have anything on YouTube about this, actually. Eternia MMO gameplay. I just want to, like, feel the game in a way, if that makes sense.
Welcome to your journey in Eternia. It's an MMORPG full of adventures. Right off the bat, I was thrown into intense combat. We quickly eliminated the mob and cleared the path. I found farming spots and several great fishing points to collect resources. I kept traveling toward the
What the fuck?
mysterious twilight.
Wait, I will find a way.
A high-level area that requires unlocking an ancient lost ritual.
Wait.
To start the quest, you must click on all the skeletons found on the starting island.
I think this
Welcome
works.
To your journey in Eternia. It's an MMORPG full of adventures. Right off the bat, I was thrown into intense combat. We quickly eliminated the mob and cleared the path. I found farming spots and several great fishing points to collect resources.
Okay.
I kept traveling toward the mysterious Twilight Ticket Portal, a high-level area that requires unlocking an ancient lost ritual. To start the quest, you must click on all the skeletons found on the starting island. I took the chance to show off our inventory, rune tree, and the skilled task system.
That's
Players
pretty
can
cool.
choose a daily monster to track. There's also a snowy quest zone in the north of the main island. Occasionally, the caravan NPC appears nearby. You can spawn him here. By talking to him, I was able to cross to Glass Skip, the frozen island.
That's really cool. It feels like this is something what people kept telling me about Secret World. I don't know if you guys played the Secret World MMO. But apart from it being a bad game, what I hear, okay, the lore, the way people created quests is just insane. So good. And this feels very much as immersive as Secret World. It really does. Yeah. The video is made for TikTok audience. Probably, but hopefully TikTok audience won't play the game because yeah, I might have issues with that, to be honest. I don't know if I can handle TikTok audience. Why do you think I'm not publishing content over there? It's just, man. Yeah. But I'm thinking actually to take advantage of Twitch stories and keep uploading shorts there. We'll see how that goes. Have you tried Villagers and Heroes MMORPG Bybsie? It's not new, but it's fun. Villagers and Heroes. No. I don't think so. No. Wait. Villagers and Heroes MMORPG Big Dick. Let's see. The world's largest cross-platform MMO? Largest by what standards, dude? Yo, this... Holy... That actually looks legit. Yeah. I never heard about this game. Yeah. Penakun, did you play this shit? So, let me see. Story and lore, they do have that as good. And then they have paid to... Come on, man. Well, at least it's not in-game, okay? Hey. Yeah. It's on Steam too? Oh, okay, I'm gonna pull it. Let me... Chad, let me play you great music to this, okay? Yes, let's go, kurwa. There we go. Okay. Tiffany-chan, what we doing? What we doing? Okay. Okay. I won't judge. I'll take a look. I'll take a look. I'm not. I won't be the person influenced by other people's opinions. Okay. Let me see. Hey, but actually, it looks a little bit like World of Warcraft. It has this Warcrafty look to it, right? Doesn't it? Or am I like... Yeah, I think it does. Maybe that's why I said this game doesn't look that bad, man. Because I love World of Warcraft. Oh, come on. Okay. It's a little bit more saturated on colors than WoW, I think. A little bit more cartoony, I guess. I don't know, but it looks great. At least you can't say that this is another Unreal Engine 5 slop, right? You can't say that. Yeah. Kurwa, I actually... Fuck, I actually like it, man. Tiffany-chan, stop sending me new games, man! Did you see how many games I have to play? Look, we have 6 games here, okay? We have like 5 games here, then 5 expansions there. Like, calm the fuck down, man. What is this? W łeb dostaniesz, się skończy zaraz, kurwa! Pierdolę, rozwściekłem się tak, że... Okay, you know what? Yes. Yes, I've added that game to my library. Yes, I have. Fuck it. I'll give it a go. Why the hell not? Yes. Guild Wars 2 skill bar HP. Let me see again. I don't think... Oh, there it is. There it is. True. You actually... Yes, you actually have the same 10 skills. True. That you can tell this game is mobile-ish because of the simplicity of the interface, really. But it's fine. I really think we are heading towards cross-platform gaming with MMORPGs anyway, because MMORPGs is a very niche. So PC MMORPGs is a very niche market, and if we want to see another WoW, we need money. Okay, and if most people play games on mobiles, or half of people play games on mobiles even, we need their wallets, okay? And so I think it's quite reasonable that games will venture out to mobile devices, to tablets, to consoles, because, I mean, there are players, right? So literally what New World did, and I think, to be honest, we won't know, but I really think that moving New World over, cloning, I guess, a New World over to consoles is what saved the game. I really think so. And I don't think I can have any data to back it up, apart from the fact that the game is still going. And they are now, dude, they are now releasing a new expansion, a new major patch that will be vampire themed. Yes, we're gonna get gothic vampires in New World. It's fucking insane. It's absolutely fucking insane, man. So, yeah, they keep going. Shalva Milorava! May the cogs be with you, Człowiek. What's up, my man? Just got here. Appeared to listen to the best theme song. Sup, Bybs? Yeah, I'm good, dude. Nicest of streams, bro. Thank you so much. Yeah, lineage to music never goes out of fashion. You get me, bro? Yeah. So... Chat, these are the games that we have. Camelot, so we've been through those. And so we've been through those. That said, fuck, and now we have villagers and heroes to play. That said, yesterday, before I went to bed, I was like, what should I play? Like, I literally have like 1 hour or some shit. What should I play? And I kid you not, Neverwinter MMO came to my mind. And that is very rare. Like, if I play a game, an MMO for the first time, and it comes back at some point in my life as a temptation to play it. Yeah, there's something about that game. Dude, I played about 30 MMORPGs in the past 6 months. And I can only say that I wanted to replay one of those or a couple of those just on a few occasions. It's insane how bad MMORPGs are, or how little they have going for them. Especially those Unreal Engine 5 MMORPGs. They're so fucking bad, dude. Insane. So yeah, I don't know about Blue Protocol, what we're gonna do about this shit. This one looks fine. I'll be very happy to play this one. And also, let me pull up something. We do have... we have Guild Wars 2 Vision of Eternity. Yep. We have another game. So this is coming. Yes, like
Whatever the Inquest are searching for, we need to find it first.
These fools have no idea the power that's buried here. The ley energies on Castora flow in abundance. The wildlife is vicious. Finding the future requires exceptional vision. We will use every tool at our disposal. After this is done, they'll remember us forever.
Yeah. October 28th. Another game to play. What the hell, man? You can say about Guild Wars 2 what you want, but you can't deny the fact that this is... They have unique aesthetics, huge world to explore, great lore, very good combat system, and there's pretty much no way you can get bored in Guild Wars. You can't log in to Guild Wars 2 and be like, oh man, I got nothing to do. You get me? There's always something to do in there. And it's very interesting how NCSoft can make a game that's good, but only when they use a Western game development studio. They can't do it on their own. This is a very unique fusion of Western game design standards backed up by Korean money. I don't think it exists anywhere else. I can't think of any other game that has this kind of union, if it makes sense. Yeah. I've been a huge fan of Guild Wars franchise since my early years. Like, really insane. The style, the animations, the lore, all of that is really good. Like, honestly, dude, it's so good. It is S tier. And it's... You know how in World of Warcraft, all the Void Lords, they try to corrupt the planet? They try to corrupt the Azeroth planet? And we as players, we keep protecting and healing the planet with whatever means we have. It feels like ArenaNet or Guild Wars 2 was Azeroth, and NCSoft was a Void Lord. And the only way that NCSoft manifests themselves in Guild Wars 2 is cash shop. Everything else is a healed stuff, is a good stuff. You get me? And I guess you can't have it all, but I wish it wasn't that way. I wish ArenaNet could stand on their own legs and give us what Guild Wars 1 gave us. Just a beautiful game. Because Guild Wars 2 is really pretty and well-made, optimized, and lore is great, and all like literally there's nothing wrong you can say about Guild Wars 2 unless you don't like horizontal progression, then it might not be the game for you. But other than that, it is great. There are books about Guild Wars, the lore, like Ghost of Ascalon, for example. Great stuff, but that fucking NCSoft, man, ruining my game. So pissed right now. Disgusting. Yeah. Animation is insane. It really is, yeah. It really is. Fuck. Raptor armor is sick. Yeah, but you'll have to buy it. That's the thing. That's literally what I'm talking about. Like, the game is so good, man. How much do you want to bet that this is a cash shop mount? I can literally bet my dick on it. And that's my problem. The problem is right there. You will have beautiful game, beautiful assets in the game, unique art style, unique idea for a mount, fucking dog crossed with crocodile, okay, whatever. And you will get people hyped about those mounts, like Raptor armor is sick, like whatever, it's all great, okay? But then you load into the game and it's in a cash shop. Come on, man. Like, I would maybe go a little bit easier on them if this game was free to play, but it isn't. You have to buy the box to enjoy the latest content, right? And then you have to pay for lore chapters. When you buy the game, when you buy the box, right, the expansion, it comes with the first chapter of the lore that is available in the game. But then in a couple of weeks or in a month, when they load up new chapters, you have to pay for them separately. So there are many points in game that you have to dish out money. And still, man. And still. Kurwa, no. Fuck me. And the reason why I'm so frustrated and so disappointed, and I bring this topic up so often, is because I love the game. I love what ArenaNet made. And I am a huge fan of Guild Wars 1 as well. I spent thousands of hours in that game. And it just pains me to see what it turned out into. That's it. That's the only reason I keep talking about it. What they call it, New World Expansion of Empire. Let me see. Okay, so this is season 10. Oh, fuck, man. Oh, I don't want to go back to New World, but this looks like I just might. Ja pierdolę. This looks fucking amazing, man. Yeah, honestly, even if it's cash shop, you can ignore completely and just play the game. The game loop itself is fine. The game loop is absolutely fine. I haven't spent a single pound in their cash shop so far, I think. And I thoroughly enjoyed the game, absolutely. Yes, you're right. Yes, you're right. It's just, I think the conversation is more about what could have been rather than what it is. The reason why Guild Wars 2 is getting away with it is because the game is crazy horizontal progression orientated. If there was any kind of power race in Guild Wars 2, you would hear about people, you would hear from people calling the game pay to win immediately. But because it's horizontal, they keep hiding behind, but what kind of power are you getting? Like, why call it pay to win if there's no power to buy? That kind of thing, right? Have you seen Requiem set in Guild Wars 2 before? There's good looking things you can get from... Okay, Requiem set, maybe? Guild Wars 2 Requiem set. That's alright. Yeah, that's okay. I guess that works. So you can obtain it through achievements. Okay, yeah. Yeah. So, see, the way you can speed things up, you can buy gems with real money. You can then convert gems into in-game gold currency, and then you can buy all of that. So I can literally pay for the achievement, most of it. What's this? Oh, lamp of... can you buy a lamp of Mystonium? I don't recall. Yeah, this you have to get from quests as well. So I guess you can't buy everything, but you can help yourself with real money to get it. That's my point. And sure, you don't have to at all, but there will be someone who did and who will rub that into your face. Yeah. Yeah. Every new skin release is gem store. Granted, you can farm gold and buy gems in-game, but still true. When slaving for gold, it becomes unfun and you burn out quickly. Yes, true. Yes, absolutely. You can't pay through it. It's a very long journey, even with all the items obtained. Is it? Okay. Okay. Well, fun. It looks good. It looks good. If people can obtain it without, swiping, then yeah. Kararin Kun, may the cocks be with you. How you doing, bruv? You get me, bruv? What's up, my bib? Yeah. So we got this, and in Guild Wars 2, I mean, they coming huge. The latest expansion I played is the newest one so far, Jantir Wilds, and I dropped halfway. So I played that game mostly for the lore and for the new map. It just didn't pull me in. It wasn't that, so I quit. And maybe I can come back for the Vision of Eternity and see what's that like. Because, again, they know how to build the world. They know how to write quests. I mean, of course, some quests are not to my liking, but it doesn't mean they're bad. It's just that I personally didn't like them, right? New elite specs. Yeah, true. Yeah. Can be fun. Music from Metin 2. Oh my god. Okay. Let's take a look at this. So we have... Fuck. Chad, we might have a reason why we should come back to New World. Come on, man. Let's take a look.
It is here, the announcement of Season 10 of New World, and I think it
shit.
might be New World's
This
biggest...
is a bit lame, because he's on the right-hand side, and I'm literally... Fuck. Okay, fuck. That's not good. It's not good. Let me see if I can change that. Okay, we can watch like this. It's fine.
Well, it is here, the announcement of Season 10 of New World, and I think it might be New World's biggest, best update of all time, with one little caveat.
I will just say very quickly, Oddity, the guy in the video, he almost exclusively plays New World. So it's very likely that he's high on copium, okay? But that also means he has great knowledge about the game. So I'll just put it out there. He might be biased a little bit, but we'll see. Fuck New World. Why? Why is we fucking New World, bruv? And what just happened?
Well, it is here, the announcement of Season 10 of New World, and I think it might be New World's biggest, best update of all time,
okay,
with one little caveat.
What's that?
The sad thing is, we're not looking at a video or anything like that. We are looking at just an article, and I'll talk more about that in a minute. But Season 10 is looking truly massive. New zone, new raid, new endgame content, new progression, and all this kind of jazz. And once more, it's actually...
New endgame content? What is endgame? Chat, holy shit. We have endgame content in the game. What do you mean? How is that? No more chest runs? Thank God, Jesus. High on copium, more like overdose. Hey, there are big streamers in New World, I guess, area or zone that are singing praises about the game, such as like Baggins, right? Like, I mean, Baggins plays on, like, the only thing he does is plays New World. And so there has to be something to it. Like, I don't think New World content creators are into self-harm, right? I don't think that works. They are probably seeing something in that game that we're not seeing. Or maybe... Oh, maybe they're just fucking high on copium, I don't know. I don't know, man. New World died at launch for me. How many hours did you put into New World, by the way? Because I know the New World had issues. In a way, actually, Kararinku, New World died at launch. Full stop. Right? Because the issues with the game put many people off the game. And they probably never came back. They most likely just refunded and just moved on. Right? But I remember those issues. So you put 500 hours. That means you kind of powered through all the struggles. Which I can relate to. So I have about 600 hours in New World or 700 hours in New World. And I remember the funometer starting very high and dropping very low towards the end. It was very boring, very repetitive. Most friends quit by then, and I just didn't... Yeah, it lost the purpose. I didn't know why I was playing the game anymore. So I quit, right? And that comes back to the point that there was no end game. The only end game was running chest runs. It's just lame. Waste of time, man.
Actually going to be free. Couple of things to note, of course. It's actually coming out on Monday, October 13th, which is when the in-game season ends. It's just unusual that it's a Monday. Normally it's a Tuesday, but...
Another thing to play in October? We have like 10 titles now, man. Fuck. And then add on top of that, WoW will most likely see TBC 20th anniversary servers. Very soon after that, we'll probably get housing in WoW. And pre-patch for midnight. Oh my god, man. I don't have time for all of this. Chat. Help. Can we like split? Can you guys play something? I play something. And then we share opinions? Is that... Can we make a deal like that? Like, come on. I can't play all of it myself. Insane. And there is right now, as we talk, Soul's Remnant playtest going. Fuck.
That's perfectly fine. And it's actually going to be free, yes, free, for all of New World Eternal players. Which means if you're on PC and you never bought the expansion, you can't really do this content.
I don't have New World Aeternum. I never bought it. I don't know what it's like to ride them out in New World. Yeah, it is what it is. I have a lot to catch up, man, in New World. Insanage. But hey, that's content, right? Maybe that's something that would keep me in the game for a while. I can play the indie MMOs. That's perfectly fine, man. I love indie MMOs, right? There's something about them, isn't there? Yeah, I think in that case, I don't know if you popped in... Let me see. I don't know if you popped in when I looked at it, but there is this new game coming. Take a look at Eternia MMO. I think you might like that one then. And also, we're going to play Warborn Above Ashes, but this isn't indie. I think you will like this one. Yeah. Selling mount ability for 50 USD and 1 new zone. You're talking about Eternium. I know it was shit. Yeah, I know it was really, really bad, man. Yeah. I know that. I'm thinking if I ever came back to New World now, I might just start a new character. Just to go through the experience again. Because I just remember nothing pretty much from the game. It's been like a couple of years now, isn't it?
Because we're actually going to go up in a level, which is another thing that has happened. Now, I'm not going to bother with all the lore. I will say that this image right here is pretty cool.
You were the one who sent me Eternia. There you go. See? So I'm preaching to the choir. Yes, thank you. Yeah, we looked at it today and it was great. I'm very much looking forward to it.
Cool. You can see we have effectively a big giant vampire at the back. I don't think he's going to be that big. I'm not an idiot, but you know what I mean. We got vampires, we got werewolves, we got a lady who's looking pretty cool as well. Potentially a vampire. Don't know yet. We also have this screenshot, which looks like it's a screenshot of the new zone. If I'm honest, it's kind of like Brightwood, but dialed up. It's looking beautiful. I actually really like it. Very atmospheric.
It looks like so he doesn't speak my language. I only speak WoW language. So this is Duskwood. Right? Basically Duskwood. There will be Darkshire, there will be the Abomination walking around, and yeah, now I can relate.
The leaks were correct. The new zone is Nighthaven, and the season itself is called Season 10 Nighthaven, basically. And I believe that they say Nighthaven's been largely cut off, and it's been headed by a powerful king, which I'm assuming is that vampire, who does look like that World of Warcraft vampire, but it's fine. It looks cool. Vampires, dark elves, they all kind of look the same. Some extra lore pieces.
Wait, which character he's talking about? The guy in TBC, there is a blood elf in the raid called the Eye, and he drops the Ashes of Alar. Fuck, what's his name? I think this is the vampire he's referring to. Well, blood elf he's referring to. Or maybe no. No, I know. He's referring to the one in Shadowlands, I believe, which I didn't play. Yeah, I think so. Okay, I won't know that then because I didn't play. Did you know that when they released the Desert Zone, they had a chance to recover the game, but they fucked it up again? You know what? I will tell you a funny story. I came back for that Desert Zone. It wasn't it called Brimstone, I think? Or something like that. And I didn't make through the basic lore. I quit. Yeah, it was It wasn't it. Unfortunately. And funny thing is, I jumped into that patch with my friends. So it wasn't that I had to go through it alone, and just none of us stuck around. It was just not good, man. It is what it is. Yeah. Such a shame. I really do think New World has plenty great things going for it. And so maybe we'll one day see the resurrection of the game. I'm not sure, but I still think I've taken the most screenshots I've taken in any game would be in New World. So beautiful. The game is just so fucking beautiful, and yet is not Korean. Can you imagine that? Penakun, you play New World? I think he did. He played most of MMOs, actually. Yeah. He's on it like Carbonate, innit?
If you want to read everything, go ahead and do it. It's not a massively long update, but, you know, I'm just not going to read absolutely everything. There are also stories, though, about monstrous creatures that seem to exhibit the qualities of both man and beast. So pretty much, werewolves? I think a lot of the enemies will be werewolves.
Yeah.
But the Purple King is the vampire, and he'll probably not be that.
Let's go, big dick.
Many vampires
That's good.
In the game, I would.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of dark, gloomy zones in games. Never find myself pretty interested in those. But I think I can make exceptions for vampires, because that's literally how they come. Like, for example, if you have marshes, I don't like marsh zones. I prefer Nagrand, if that makes sense, or Elven Forest. I'm the colorful and cheerful guy. Okay, this is what I'm drawn to. But we'll see how the Night Haven is. Maybe. Imagine music. Imagine all the assets in the zone. I think it's gonna be pretty cool. Kind of like a Silver Pine Forest, maybe, in World of Warcraft, where the Shadowfang Keep is. Yeah. Actually, haven't hopped much from MMO to MMO, to be honest, rotating the same ones for the past decade. Ragnarok Online, Aura Kingdom, Tree of Savior, Final Fantasy XIV, Guild Wars 2, OSRS now a bit too. That is a quite solid lineup, man. So I bet you're pretty hyped up about Ragnarok Online 3. Aura Kingdom, I don't know about. Tree of Savior, now I know because you told me. And Final Fantasy XIV, I assume by now you're at the end game, which is fine, because anything before end game is not fine. And then Guild Wars 2 is just, you can pick it up whenever you want, because there's always something to do, and there's no power race, so you're not missing out. There's no FOMO. And then OSRS is just fucking like, yeah, S tier, OG, whatever. Yeah. OSRS is quite similar compared to Guild Wars 2 in the sense that there's no race. However, in OSRS, there is vertical progression. So that might be the winning factor for most MMORPG players. Yeah.
Issue. Night Haven, though, is shrouded in mystery.
True.
And the image here, which I've got to say is looking pretty sensational. I actually really
it
like
looks
this
great.
one. There is a node here, but there's no indication if it's iron or anything like that. I can't really say. And in the article, it says it doesn't mention anything about professions going up.
Yeah.
That's still a big question mark right now. We do know that there's going to be a new story for the lore enjoyers about the tier of Gaia. I think it's Gaia. I'm not going to go into the story too much, but fine. Basically it's just going to be, you've lost the tier, you got to go get it. To do that, you'll probably go through the new zone.
So, see, this is the thing I would be completely lost on. I don't know lore of New World anymore. I never actually realized there was lore, by the way. Apart from the fact that you just show up on the shore naked and you just fight with a stick for a while, and then you just kind of are. I don't know that. Yeah, maybe there's something interesting in the lore nowadays. I don't know. Yeah. So Aura Kingdom is pay to win. Playing the biggest private server for the past 5 years can grind to progress and it feels good. And you can't argue with feelings. And that's the thing that I think people often can't understand. And by people, I usually mean like developers and shit. Like, if you make a player feel good about the game and about the time spent with that game, you will have a customer forever. It's that simple. Yeah. I still remember they changed the New World from a survival craft MMO to this. Wait, what do you mean to this?
This is a new image that I hadn't seen before. I don't know if that's the catacombs or what that is, but this will be where Morgaine is, and you'll have to talk to her, and then you'll go through the lands of Nighthaven, right? That's going to be how it is. Then we actually come to something which is pretty damn big, and that's the new game mode, the catacombs. Now, we had heard, I wouldn't even say rumors, but we'd heard inclinations of what this would actually be, but now we have full-on confirmations. And the first interesting thing is that it's actually for up to 3 players. Now, they say up to 3 players. I think you can enter as a solo or as a duo, but that's just going to be harder for yourself. And apparently there will be matchmaking, so as you're in there, that you'll get match made with more people. But effectively, they say it's procedurally generated dungeons. Now, when it says procedurally generated, I'm not expecting infinite combinations. I think it's going to be like pieces of certain areas that go together.
Yeah, Queenfall, I think, is doing that, if I remember correctly. So you just have parts of a dungeon predefined, and they connect together randomly, and they make up a different layout every time. Obviously, there is a finite number of combinations that you can get, but hey, it's like surprising every time you go, I guess, right? Yeah. Waiting for Chrono Odyssey, Dracantos, Eternia, and some other titles, but basically hopping between betas. Dude, this is a solid lineup too. Chrono Odyssey, I'm just scared it's gonna be pay to win fest. I think it's kind of given it will be, because it's Kakao Games. But hey, it's fine. It will be fun for a while until you hit the wall, right? Dracantos, we played Dracantos test, and I didn't like how to say this. I think the combat and movement was such a pain in the ass for me that it took away all the fun. That said, they are fixing combat and movement, so I will give it a go again when possible, for sure. So the game is beautiful. Dracantos is genuinely a beautiful game. It's a very laid-back game, at least to begin with. I didn't have any challenge whatsoever. It was beside the combat and movement, it was a good game. Like, really, it was just a beta or whatever alpha it was, and still was really enjoyable. So I will definitely hop in again when it comes out. There is also Souls Remnant right now, right? And there's Steam Next Fest coming with other MMOs lined up, like Pioneer. So there's plenty of games to play. And if, by the way, guys, if you know about any MMORPGs coming to Steam Next Fest, apart from Souls Remnant and Pioneer, do let me know, because I will want to play them. Okay? I did try to find some info on X yesterday, but not many people are talking about it. And Steam doesn't have any info about the games at all. Like, you just don't know. So it has to sort of come from the publisher. Yes. Bybsie, maybe you can find older videos about New World. It was supposed to be a multiplayer open-world survival craft game instead of this cheesy MMO. Really? Holy, I did not know that. So they made a pivot. Wow. Okay, I didn't know that. I'll take a look. Yeah, Dracantos looks great too. It looks fantastic, man. Dracantos is just amazing. Like, the aesthetics of the game are just fantastic. You should have played Mage. That was the challengeful combat. I will give it a go next time. Although I feel like now, after they fixed combat and movement and how you can smoothly just turn your character and switch directions in which you attack, I think the combat with a fighter will be as challengeful or as fun to play.
Like puzzle pieces, basically, that, you know, fit together and make sense together. And inside those, you'll battle a wide variety of enemies and bosses. It is called Catacombs or Catacombs, depending on who you are. The image that they show is spiders, but they say a wide variety of enemies. So,
well, I hope we get an option to turn them into crabs. Okay, because I'm scared there might be people who are afraid of spiders, and and we need the option to change them into crabs.
I've got to assume it's more than just that. And
That's
inside you'll actually gain mode-specific power-ups, kind of like Torghast, I think, if you've ever played that.
Yeah, that's actually,
and
I like
resources
that.
and currency to get. And then it says racing successfully to exit before the time runs out. So this is going to be a little bit of a speed running mode. As you get further, the challenge and the reward increases significantly after each boss, which is going to be like each...
Yeah, this is your typical Torghast tower. This is your typical tower of whatever it was called in Throne of Liberty. It is. It's like Delves, I guess, because you can tier up Delves as well. It is a little bit lazy design. But at the same time, it seems like people really do enjoy that kind of challenging loop. So they can, crank up the difficulty level and try again the same shit and see how far they can get. What they can get away with. Overall, the reason I'm thinking about it is that I don't like difficulty levels. The concept of difficulty level is a bit weird to me. But in the context of MMORPG, you need to pull every possible string to make the game replayable, to make the content what's the opposite of obsolete? Relevant. Right? Because you can only do so much in a live service game. You can only have a short cycle as like it just you have to whatever you put out there, you have to maximize the lifespan of it. And I feel having something like Catacombs or Tower of Torghast is just a way to keep players occupied when you're working on the next big thing for them. It's probably to the benefit of the developer, if anything.
Layer or floor or room or whatever it is. And then after each boss, it'll be your time to decide, do you want to stay, twist, or do you want to get the hell out and take your loot with you? If you fail, you actually lose the vast majority of your rewards. However, to get to the
extraction? It's like extraction shooter, right? Extraction dude, I had this idea for ages now. Where is it? One second. Where do I have it? Wait. So no. No. Where is this? Oh, there it is. I got this. So I'm writing this new video, right? About why some games just don't stick and shit. And if you scroll down, I have crazy ideas. Look. Yeah. New World has auto-lock on now since they released on consoles too, so they can shoot you from 100 meters away. I remember watching Baggins testing that shit in PvP, and it launched, right? Right when it came out, and it was insanely powerful. I don't know if they changed it at all. I don't know how they tweaked it, how they limited the OP-ness of it, but it sounds ridiculous if it was possible, the way you described it. I understand how if there was some kind of like auto correction, if you moved your pointer near the character and kind of like course corrected a little bit, right? But yeah, but having like auto lock on from 100 meters away when you shoot with a rifle, that's insane. That's pretty much that's hacking. In other games, you would call it hacking, man.
Exit, only one player actually needs to do that, and then you all get to keep your rewards. This mode, I mean, it's very simplified here, right? It's very simple. It doesn't show anything that interesting. But I actually think this is really cool. And it's actually going to be added to the end game. This is going to be serious end game content. And do you know what? I really like the sound of it. And then there's no image for this, but it's pretty important. There's going to be a new raid, which is the Isle of Night.
Never been to a single raid in New World, because raids weren't there when I quit the game.
Which is going to be a 10-person raid, And it's very similar length and format to Gorgon. There's going to be new enemies, 3 bosses, light puzzles between the two, and it's going to be one of the hardest content in the game. Pretty cool. But how does all of this content actually combine? And this is where it gets a little bit complicated. The end game is getting reworked, and the first couple...
Didn't we just complain that New World doesn't have endgame? Let's see what they mean by reworking it. Because Dune Awakening is facing the same challenge. And I wonder what the next cycle of development will bring to change that. Seems like New World is already one step ahead. Let's take a look what they think.
Couple of things to note is that we are going up in level cap to level 70, so we're going from level 65 to 70.
Okay.
And the gear score is going from 725 to 800. Okay, sounds good.
That's
the PvP
typical.
mode's going to scale to 775, by the way, just in case you were wondering. But along with that are some actual massive changes to gearing. Now, it is a little bit complicated to explain, but I'm pretty sure I kind of understand it relatively well at this point. So they have these perk charms, set bonuses, umbrals, infix perks, an attribute change, and then some perk design. And we'll go through it in order, but actually some of this is going to work combined. Right, okay. So for example, gear is changing, right? So instead of having prefix perks, what's going to happen is there's going to be this thing called perk charms. And instead of just having one customizable gem slot, some gear now is going to have up to 4 empty sockets, and you'll install new perks into them, and these are called charms. Now the charm socket and the charms themselves have 3 different types, so defensive, offensive, and skill types.
Wait, I think you will be able to get a skill from a piece of armor. What game had that? It Neverwinter. Like literally Neverwinter. So you equip an armor or equip a mount or whatever, and that gives you a skill.
Now, what that means is, I'm going to just say it in colors, but basically, let's say this was red, blue, and green.
Path of Exile.
That there would be red, red, blue, green, or red, 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 blue.
Yeah.
The actual slot itself is going to be one of those types, and the charm itself is going to be one of those types. What exactly these charms are, I'm guessing these are just normal kind of perks, right? And they'll be categorized either defensive, offensive, or skill. But the items themselves, whilst they can have up to 4 of those perks, the actual number of each perk could be different. It's not that it's going to be 1 defensive, 1 offensive, 1 skill, and then 1 extra that's everything, because that doesn't exist.
Or could be that charms in the skill slot will modify your skills, not give you ones. I don't know. It could be that. Either way, it's interesting. I love those little things because they let you make your character yours, like truly yours. Sure, people will sweat over meta and stuff, but the way I experience MMORPGs, I try to build character by myself entirely without relying on any guides or anything, and try to really understand how it works. And so even if I fuck up, that's fine, that's on me, but at least I learned. In Path of Exile, like, gems are your skills. I didn't know. Do you know I have played Path of Exile for the total of about 18 minutes? And I'm talking about Path of Exile 1. That's how much I know about Path of Exile.
So the gearing itself is already customizable there by the devs.
Yeah.
They can decide what they want. They can decide if they want it to be a purely defensive item. Do they want it to be a balanced item with 1 of everything and then a 3rd? It might not even have 4 empty sockets, right? Maybe a purple item might only have 2 empty sockets. There's a lot of variability just in these perk charms, as they're calling them. Okay? That's kind of cool. I like that system. It sounds good. It sounds interesting, right?
It sounds good.
Then we have something that they're calling set bonuses. Now, we spoke a little bit about this, but to explain what...
Chad, we have numbers. Oh my god, what are numbers, dude? I just learned to read barely. Oh my god, what are numbers, man? 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 4, 4, 4, 2, 2. Like, how does that work?
What set bonuses is, or are, I guess might be the correct way of saying that. Let's say Frigid Dawn in the game right now, or any item set that has a full-on set of them. Right now, you don't get anything for the added addition of multiple items. So what I mean by that, it doesn't really matter if you were 1 Frigid Dawn or 5. All you get is the item itself. A set bonus would be, let's say you were 2 of them, maybe you'll get an extra elemental damage reduction by 10%. And at 4 at Frigid Dawn, maybe it'll be 20%. No, it won't exactly be free.
One second. Let me, because he's describing the paragraph without reading the paragraph out. Let me read it. Okay, so we're introducing set bonuses for the first time. These ultra rare sets of gear. Ultra rare. These are the rarest of them all, okay? Ultra rare. The big dick damage rare. Okay, will be earned from pinnacle endgame content, Isle of Nigerade, Catacombs, and the PvP. So this will be the endgame content. We want to encourage players to mix and match these sets to achieve their desired build type, so they aren't all or nothing. Okay, set bonuses come in 2 types. Some bonuses activate at 2 equipped pieces, and then get better at 4 equipped pieces. So like armors. Okay, that's been in World of Warcraft since 2004. And some only activate at 3 pieces and then get better at 5 pieces. This means there are 7 possible combinations of set bonuses configurations. Oh, that's true, because you have limited number of slots. That's true, and it's up to you to decide the best combination of effects. That's okay. That works. I mean, this has been in MMOs for forever, right? This is nothing new, but it's new to New World. So the end game will be getting the item with most item sockets and their gems. Yeah. So the end game will be getting as much power as you can get, like just with any vertical progression MMO. I think so. That's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just whether you like it or not as a concept, because that's what MMORPGs are all about, I think. Unless you play like Final Fantasy XIV or Guild Wars 2, then maybe that's a little bit different. But yeah, any game that has some kind of power raise, especially the one that is so heavy leaning towards PvP, we'll see that kind of gameplay.
Frigid Dawn, but you're getting the idea of what I'm saying. And the set bonuses are either going to be 2 and 4 like that, or it's going to be 3 and 5. And then they go through the various combinations that you can do to get to 10 items, which is the amount that you can have, excluding a shield. I'm assuming a shield would not have a set bonus, but I don't know that for sure. Also, there's a little typo here because there's 1 extra 2, because that's actually 12 items, and that doesn't make any sense. Now, I think most of the gearing is going to be getting these set bonuses, partly because these are ultra rare sets of gear, and they'll be earned from pinnacle endgame content, Isle of Night, Catacombs, and the PvP track.
I think if I said to my friends, hey, let's try New World again, they will be first in line. I think so. Because we had a blast in New World back in the day. We would be, yeah. Like, I remember we had like LAN party at some point in their house. We brought our rigs and shit. Yeah, just like in good old times in high school. So we had that kind of a LAN party during the night, really late, going into into 3 a.m., 4 a.m. We would be a little bit drunk, and then we would just play the game. It was the most fun I ever had in any game, I think. It was so good. And if I call those friends again to try New World, they will be first in line, I think. Because they also haven't played ever since. Especially now that they're introducing content that is for up to 3 players, that would be very easy to fill it in the group.
Is the end game gear. This is what they want you to farm, and it's going to be ultra rare. So yeah, these will be strong and something you want, and then you're going to be able to mix and match a couple of different sets. Okay, so how do the Umbels fit in? Well, Umbels are a little bit different than what I expected, and if I'm honest, I think the Umbels is probably one of the worst things in this update, or at least conceptually right now. Obviously, I've not played it. I don't know how it's going to integrate, but basically, Umbel shards are going to be what they used to be. You'll get them from a wide variety of content. All the gear is going to stay relevant. It's all going to stay viable, and it's not going to be...
If I remember correctly, Chad, you can correct me if I'm wrong. Umbrels are those little items that you use to upgrade your gear from like 700 item level to 705 item level kind of shit. Is that what... I think this is what Umbrels were.
Yeah, the clunky system at the Gypsum Kiln, which I kind of like, they're just insulting their old content, but fair enough. Now, what is interesting is that any gear that was gear score 700 can be upgraded to 800. Or at least it just says can be upgraded, and we know the max is 800, and we assume the max is 800. Now, I'm going to say right off the bat, do not do that. I don't think that's going to be worth doing. And basically, I think it's going to be bait. Now, I don't know that for sure, so just keep that in mind. However, they are capping these Umbel shards at 1,000 per week. It's going to be a currency. It's not going to be an item.
So
And
time
that currency,
gated.
you can only gain 1,000 per week. It has a weekly rate limit to earn it. Well, I assume you can earn 1,000 per week, and it has a cap of 1,000. It technically might be. It's a cap of 1,000, and you can only earn 500. It doesn't actually technically say.
Yeah, so you can't go too fast. They did the same with Duolingo. I don't know if you guys noticed. They changed the hearts to those fucking batteries, which are so ridiculous. I don't know who approved that change. Probably people in the financial department. So yeah, time gatekeeping content from players is very popular. Just so we don't run too fast, okay?
Say that, but basically you're not going to be able to just get lots of this and spend it. You're going to have to do it over time. Now they say they'll keep the value.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
Okay, that's fine. Chad, it's 9 a.m. I have to go, unfortunately. At least they're making this DLC free, which was a little surprising to me. It's very interesting that such a big content is free. And to be honest, there's no way I can be mad at this. Yeah. So this isn't like your patch that changes, fixes a skill or changes the way weapon works and some shit, right? This could be an expansion pretty much. Maybe expansion like Eternium. Actually, I don't know, because Eternium, like just like Lord Karin said, it introduced a mount and one zone. This is pretty much it, or even more. And they're not calling it an expansion, just a patch. So this is a big W.
I'm not going to like the fact that this is just straight up a time gate, right? A lot of people are just going to be like,
it is a time gate. 100% is time gate.
I don't really mind time gates conceptually. Practically, I'm not really bothered about that. But yeah, it's
I am, but I see why they do it. They do it so you don't burn through the content too fast and call the game boring. And there's that simple. Because if you burn through the content in 1 week and the next patch cycle is in 3 months, you'll be telling your friends how there's nothing to do in the game. So they need to pace you. Which is annoying. Right?
A little bit of a yikes for me. I also inherently don't really like the fact that you could upgrade your gear from 700. Now you might be like, why? Because it makes it less of a soft reset. However, I think it is going to remain as a self-reset because I don't think you should upgrade your Gorgon item from 725 to 800. One, we don't know the cost. And two, I think that's kind of like short-term bait, especially considering it's capped. I think what you're probably going to want to do is get a set bonus item, which let's assume it doesn't drop at 800 gear score. Maybe it'll be like 775, and then you'll want to upgrade that. You'll actually want to upgrade either something that's got these new perk charms, or you'll want to upgrade the new set bonus items. You know, I don't think you're going to want to do your old stuff. And actually, there's something important regarding your old stuff as well, which basically there's going to be a complete change to the attributes. And what's happening is that there are no longer perks which increase attributes. Now what does this mean? Basically any item, let's say Frigid Dawn, anything, if it had Magnify on it, if it had 35 strength, that's all going. No item in the game right now is going to have attributes on the item itself. They're all being replaced. And actually if you read here, the attribute perks on existing gear are being replaced with other perks of relatively low power. Basically, they're putting a trash perk on it so that it's not overpowered and bis. And what's happening to the perks you...
Guys, how do we feel about that? Because honestly, that's huge. What the fuck? There are no longer any perks which increase attributes. We felt these perks didn't really result in a meaningful choice between two good alternatives, so we decided to reclaim that slot for more interesting perks. All of the attribute points that used to come from these perks have been instead added into the native attribute point pool granted by normal leveling. Okay, so they simplified it a little bit, I guess. I mean, sure, if you present someone with two choices which are barely different and just adds unnecessary cognitive overload. So I guess it's good. The gear drops are more focused around perks only. Sometimes you could get good perks and shit attribute. I see. Okay, I see.
You might say, well, all the other perks, all the other attributes, sorry, I should say, they're going to be on you. As you level up, you're just going to get more attributes. It's not going to be on your gear anymore, which means we're not losing any attributes. You just have to put them where you want them. Now, that might be a little bit of a pain in the backside, but actually, gear set storage loadouts are now going to save your current attribute loadout. So in your gear sets, when you change, it'll be just there saved for you, which is kind of cool.
I'm afraid sometimes when he describes things, they make sense to people who play the game actively. And because I played the game like 2 years ago, I'm so detached from some mechanics and systems that I'm losing him a little bit. But that's fine. I mean, obviously, this is for people who play the game, right? But thanks to my background with the game, I'm following most of the stuff.
Because you then don't need to change it based if you get like new items or anything like that. You can get a new sword with a different, well, it'll have different perks, right? It won't have a different attribute on it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter. That's just the build that you want. So you change it once for that build and you Gucci. I really like the sound of this change, actually. I think this is really good, very positive. In fact, I think I like the whole of this. Apologies.
By the way, what's this? There will be unique gear pieces with powerful and rare perks called infixes. These will function similarly to how the something unique perk on artifacts work.
My speech is a little bit weird. I've just finished an 11-hour stream and I'm a little bit under the weather today.
11 hours stream and he's still recording video? Kurwa, I need to bring my game up, man. O kurwa, ziomeczku. After 4 hours of my streams, I'm so fucking spent. And this guy is doing it for 11 hours and yet recording a YouTube video, man. What is this?
Little ones. Some people are confused here. I don't think they're really talking about artifacts much in this entire article. And some people are thinking that these infix perks are replacing artifacts. I don't think they are. So what they do say is that there will be unique gear pieces with powerful and rare perks called infixes. What I think that means is you may be familiar with the worm boots. I think they've got like keen speed on it or whatever it is. Basically, illegal combinations, an item that having a perk that it wouldn't normally be able to, and maybe a combination of perks that it wouldn't normally be able to have, they're still going to exist. Now, some people are saying, well, they're artifacts. I don't necessarily think they are. I think it's like the worm boots and stuff like that. And they say it will function similar to how unique perks on artifacts work. It doesn't say that this is the new artifact system. I think artifacts are staying effectively as they are. Keep in mind that they can be upgraded to 800, assumingly you've got them at 700, which you would have because that's what you get them at.
I don't recall the word artifact back when I played New World. Is that something that came into the game later? Commitment, innit? Yeah, dude, this is fucking commitment, man. But the thing is, when your content revolves around posting news, you have to post the news before it's no longer news. So it's all about timing. So if he went to sleep for after the stream, there would be another content creator that didn't go to sleep and uploaded the news. And so his news would be no longer news. You get me, bruv? Yeah. But he's one of the biggest New World streamers, so streaming is his job. True, dude, true. Absolutely. I wish it was mine, but it's not yet. Yeah, we'll get there. It's not healthy. Don't do it. Don't tell me. Don't tell me what to do with my time. No, you're right. You're right. Something I learned from running a business and being hyper-focused on just achieving stuff is that you need that fucking break. I mean, it's fine to have a sprint for a week or a couple of weeks. That's okay. Your brain can handle it as long as you like sleep well and eat well. But like, you still need that mental break from things. And so any kind of weekend that you take off from the regular stuff or any kind of 3-day long kind of getaway to free you up a little bit, it really does wonders. And you don't know until you do it. Yeah. It was announced 6 p.m. UK time yesterday. Yeah. So he literally made this video. He made this video right after they announced it. So that's probably why he just didn't call it a day after the stream.
The only thing that might happen to artifacts is that they get like perk charms instead of prefixed attributes, or they may have some perks removed. They may have these perk charm slots added. We don't know. They might not, right? They might actually just stay as they are and not be that interesting. And it might mean you actually want the set bonuses rather than the artifacts. Maybe that choice will be a lot more closer than we think. Maybe you'll just want set bonuses, or maybe you will want artifacts.
What?
There's actually enough combinations here that you can do. You can get to 7, 8, 9, 10. So you can have artifacts or not, and have more set bonuses if you don't. Kind of an interesting system. The other thing that they mention when it comes to perks is that they've basically done a complete sweep through all of the perks. And
I need to feed a cat? Okay, dude. Alright, alright.
And they say
Have
that
a
they've
kiss.
made some effort basically to remove must-have perks. They want to make it more conditional and thoughtful, and they've removed the must-have perks. The vibe I'm getting here is that Hearty is probably gone, because they actually say, you know, we don't like the ones that simply reduce or simply increase damage, stamina, and cooldown reductions and stuff like that.
So all this patch is telling me is that they still care about the game. And this is good. I think this is good. Because it seems like many players have given up on the game. And yet, Amazon Studio is still trying. I mean, I don't know if what they're doing is enough, but at least they're trying. That's good. They haven't given up. And so, I don't know. Maybe I will go back to play this patch next month.
That without drawbacks. This is
this isn't right. This is next month, or was it like next week, or what was the launch date for this? I forgot.
Be vague right now. We don't know any more than that. They'll probably tell us more in a dev video. This image here, I actually think is probably it looks like a render. It doesn't look like it's in game, but it looks like it's going to be the new Outpost Rush map. The new Outpost Rush map we'd already seen like some leaks of. We've seen some like 3D renders. It's going to be called The Tower. This is literally just all like kind of fluff, but basically there's going to be 3 levels, same number of capture points and stuff like that.
Maybe it was my mistake when I played New World that I never got into PvP. Maybe I should have invested more time into PvP. Because I've always just focused on PvE stuff, and PvP was like a punishment to me. I literally avoided it like fire, and maybe that was a mistake.
There's going to be jump pads and strategic pathways and stuff like that. There's going to be up in the tower, down on the ground, and then below. There's also an image of a werewolf, which we'd already seen. Some people are annoyed that it only has like 3 fingers. I literally just don't give a crap. And then some important news actually is that the preview is going to be September 23rd to the 30th for the new Outpost Rush map. So we're going to get to play it, which I'm very excited about. And that's actually next week. Then they say there's going to be a developer video going in depth on Season 10 in early October. It's kind of wild, really, when you think about the fact that it's actually coming out on the 13th of October.
Yeah, 13th. Okay, 13th of October. This is coming to life. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to create a calendar for the rest of September and October. What games will play when? Because this is absolutely insane. I feel so overwhelmed. I can't probably tell you all the games that we have queued up. It's insane. The hour by hour daily schedule for October, man, it certainly feels like it. If we have 10 hours together every week, 2 of those we go through news. We have 8 hours every week to play games. 2 streams, okay? So we can play 2 new games every week. I really don't think that's enough. To play through all the new early accesses, play through all the full launches, play through all the DLCs and expansions, and then on top of that, you have Steam Next Fest. I need help. I need people to play games for me.
But the dev video is coming out then. And in general, I'm a little bit annoyed by the way they did it. Like, I really like what we see, right? Let me be clear. I think Season 10 is going to be, well, it's looking like it might be the biggest, the best update that New World's had, possibly ever. And it's free. Like, that is a great starting point, great selling point, progression rework, catacombs, new raid, etc. Really cool. I don't really get why it's not a dev video. Like, I feel like we had a dev video for Season 9, Season 8, Season 7, Season 5, Season 4, 2 and 1. Even Brimstone had one, right? It's kind of weird to have like such a cool update just be a web article. Now, there's a couple of extra images that are around. Massively OP had this image and this one. So maybe there's going to be some articles with new information and stuff like that. But I just kind of think not having a video is a bit of a misstep. I don't know why you would do it. It just seems kind of wild to me. But it's the way they did it. I don't want to take it away.
It is what it is, man.
I don't want to take anything away from Season 10 because I really do think it's looking pretty damn sick.
Yeah, it does look good.
Werewolves. I like the vibe. Not a big fan of whatever the hell this wolf has around its neck with these spikes and this weird collar, but other than that, I think it's cool. I really like the system potentially.
I mentioned this to my partner yesterday, and she was really hyped because she loves vampires. Like V Raising is probably one of her most favorite games. Maybe right after Little Big Planet. Okay, this is fine.
It's really cool. I'm very excited. I'm really excited. Just kind of wish we had some footage to actually have a look at, see it in game. I think that would have been really cool. Not necessarily even a cinematic trailer, just an in-game trailer. In a way, it sort of feels like they're trying to downplay it, which I don't get. I don't know why they would do that because it looks really good and it's free. Like, it's literally free. It's free. As long as you bought the expansion, or if you're on console, you already have New World to turn on, then it's free. You can just play it on October 13th. Pretty damn huge. One thing we can say about New World, I think, is that, you know, at times the game's had issues and you know, whether or not it's been worth playing for some people is a question. But the value of the game has been incredible. If you played from the PC launch, you bought the PC version for $30, bought an expansion for, like, I don't know, $30, you're pretty much going to have 5 years worth of content. Kind of crazy. A couple of things have been omitted from this.
That is one way to put it, man. That is what... There's no sub in this game. I don't think there's pay to win. They did introduce Battle Pass, if I remember correctly, right? But other than that, the game is as healthy as an MMO can be. You just pay for the box and fucking enjoy it for 1,000 hours. Holy shit.
That people are expecting. Daggers are coming in season 11 or beyond, right? Or
beyond
season
daggers.
10. There's a lot of stuff from the roadmap that isn't here. That'll come. There might even be stuff that's actually in there that's not in here. For example, the customizable HUD. But anything that was in the in beyond section, I wouldn't expect. Anyway, I think it's big. I like it. Let me know your thoughts. Have a most beautiful day. I can subscribe.
Thanks, man. This is a great video. Thank you so much. I think this is his separate channel because I wasn't subscribed to this one. I do subscribe to his main channel. But in any case, that was really cool, man. Yeah. Hey, Ryu, they mentioned dagger. He mentioned daggers in this video. Are daggers part of the game already? Or are they coming? Do you know about that? Because daggers haven't been there for ages. What would you prioritize if you had to choose? Early access over new expansions, full release? I would look at it from the kind of fun/hype perspective. I don't discriminate just because the game is early access or some shit. Yeah, I would literally look at the list of games and pick one that I feel like playing the most. That's how I approach books. I have books all over the house, everywhere. And every time I need a book to read, I just go like, that one. It's just whatever book I feel like playing right now. Yeah. For example, we tried Pioneer twice already. And my second try was really not a fun experience because of the technical issues. So I probably won't be trying that again. Because, again, I know what the game is like, at least to begin with. And so I don't think they made many changes for the Steam Fest. So, yeah, we can skip that one. But instead, we can play something else. For example, Soul's Remnant, they introduced... oh, fuck, there's so many changes they introduced. It's insane. But they added Iron Man. We're gonna play Iron Man Soul's Remnant, okay? Big dick. Big damage. 2 shouting cats dealt with. Why were they shouting? Because they were hungry, or what is that? And why do you have 2 cats all of a sudden? What the fuck? Yeah. There have been talks about getting a new weapon for a while. I didn't know New World was getting... Let me see. New... Actually... So YouTube is my new Google, okay? No, I'm not clicking Facebook. Okay, let me see here. Why did they drop the daggers with no more info? It was the only weapon I was looking forward to. Oh, they dropped as in they never delivered. Still no daggers. New dagger. There you go. You have a leak from last... From 4 years ago. No. Okay, I don't know. It doesn't seem like they're adding it. I don't know what's that. So you have a way to choose what you will stream then. Oh, absolutely. I do have a way. It's more about how many of them I can choose, right? So what I will have to do is just to count how many streams we still have left, and then get a list of games, prioritize them, and go from top to bottom. It's that simple. You get me, bro. New World Dagger. What is the kurva? You get me? I'm trying to find something. Where is this coming from, dude? Let me see. Dagger? It's nothing here. Rio, how do we know about the dagger? Because can be interesting, actually. Yeah. Oh, they just wanted food. Okay, okay, good. No, I feed my cats 6 a.m. So it is what it is. I can take into consideration coming back for daggers just to test it out. Dude, I think the combat system in New World is absolutely perfect. And if they brought daggers into the game, it can be hell of a fun. Because, like, for example, dual wielding axes was great. I loved it. It was so much fun. So I can only imagine that daggers could be fun too. Yeah. But chat, that's about it. I need to go. Dude, I have to fucking eat and do the workout, and then I have some shit to do. What do I do today? Do you guys know what I do today? 'Cause I forgot what I'm doing today. I don't know. I have calendar to remind me. I don't know. But yeah, that's about it. And we have great music to finish it off. Workout and shit. No, there's no such thing as chill out. No. Oddity is my new inspiration now. 11 hours of streaming, then 11 hours of work, and then there's something left for sleeping, I guess. Yes. No, I need to, dude. I need to commit, man. My calendar is fucking like full to the brim all the time, man. There's no break. And so I really, first of all, I really want to get this video about MMORPGs out. This one. I really want to get this video out. It's really cool, but it just needs some polish around the edges. So we get this one out, and then I have about 4 or 5 first-time impressions videos to put out. So I need to edit those. And then we have shorts going. Yeah, lots of stuff, man. I need to go shopping. Okay, enjoy, man. Thanks. Your brain doesn't chill out when you're awake. No, it doesn't. It's just so much work. But it's fun. I like doing it. I totally like doing it. It's just the fact that I don't have enough time to do it all. That's it. Yeah, we're gonna get there. It's fine. So, chat, thank you. I hope you enjoyed the stream today. Fuck me. Cool. Lots of news. Lots of news. So much stuff. Insane. And to be honest, I haven't gone through most of videos I wanted to go through with you. Honestly, I have about 8 videos and watch later. For example, we haven't watched anything about Turtle WoW. Next thing. There's something happening in the background between Turtle WoW and Blizzard. We haven't watched a video about Warborn Above Ashes Bootcamp. We haven't watched a video about Ion 2 gameplay. We haven't watched a video about Throne and Liberty housing. Okay? Dude, we haven't watched shit! Kurva! We have to stream more, man. There's so much stuff going on. It's insanage. But in any case, guys, I'll be fucking going, right? And I hope you all stay Bybsie. I hope you all stay great. And please do enjoy games. Have fun. And if you come across anything interesting, drop me a like. Drop me a message. Drop me a DM. I'll post it on Discord. For any references to any games we talked about today, just go to bybsie.com and you're gonna find it, right? And so, thank you so much. Arigatou gozaimasu. Raishu no streamu de aimashou. Hai. Dozo.